And we're back. All flash.
No substance.
All right, guys. And today's top 5 is the top 5 ghost movies. It's Halloween. Well, it's not Halloween. It's October.
It's October. Ramping up towards Halloween.
Exactly. Halloween is right around the corner. So just like
28 days from
28
now.
days, right around the corner, sir. Right around the corner. So as we did last year, we did themed top 5s through all the month of October. So this year is no different. And since this is the first, basically, top 5 of the month, we're going to start with the top 5 ghost movies. Now, we did have some qualifiers for the top 5. There is a distinction between ghost and demon.
This was a pretty good conversation because we really wanted to know what defines a ghost and what defines a demon.
Exactly.
Or a poltergeist,
So before you guys start writing in the comments about why we didn't put something on the list, you can already be upset because you won't see The Entity, you won't see Sinister, you won't see Insidious on any of these lists.
Why won't we see those?
Because those are demon movies, sir. Those are demon movies. Those characters, the antagonists of those films, the villain, the evil thing that was in that movie did not ever live on Earth before.
So the criteria for a ghost film would be someone who lived and then passed, whose spirit has not moved on.
All right. So
whose spirit is still here, as opposed to a poltergeist or a demon, something that did not exist. Rather, it's an energy that exists in a different spectrum, a different dimension?
Yes.
Or can travel through various different. So that's where I'm just going to throw this out there. We use this as an example. Annabelle.
Yeah, Annabelle is never lived. It was a demon. It was a demon that possessed a doll. So
Casper is a...
Casper's a demon. I don't remember him ever living.
Yeah, I've never talked about it.
They never showed Casper alive. Yeah, Pinocchio's a demon.
Tell them, read that to your kids at night.
Pinocchio's a demon. Yeah, God. All right, cool. So, as always, the person not leaving the show is going to go first. So, Art, you go first.
Okay. Well, I know I'm going to get a lot of heat. I typically do for my top 5s.
Yeah, you do. Puss in Boots.
Really, Batman at 5. And what was your other one?
I stand by Batman at 5.
What was the other one?
Whoa, I gotta talk about myself. Yeah. Your top 5, sir.
All right. So there's a lot of good movies. That's the thing about ghost movies is each one of us has something that we really enjoy out of that.
Right.
So I'm not going to go by, this was because it was so popular. You know what? Ask my wife, ask the kids at home. I love to watch ghost films. I just get scared. Like any movies with I'm like, I shouldn't have seen this. I'm in the movie theater crouching over, pretending like I need to check what time it is on my phone while something scary is happening.
Totally understandable because you're a girl.
I'm just in touch with my sensitive side. All right. So number 5, and this is not a scary movie whatsoever, but I'm gonna go with Ghost.
Really? Hey, look, it's in the title.
It's
Ghost.
in the title. Right? But this one was like all-time classic that people just enjoy. Like people watch it now, and it's not like it's dated. It does it look a little dated? Yes. Payphones, really? But
I mean, people doing clay together? Like, as a couple?
What couple wants to spend time together?
Nobody does that.
Yeah. Hey, unless you're doing it virtually on your phone. Why would I touch something with my hands?
There's an app for that, sir.
I can be around you, using the app with you. So, those of you that have significant others, as you know, sometimes, they want to watch a movie, a little romantic, and this is a movie that has stood the test of time.
Right. I always thought when I saw that movie, it was like, how bad was her sex life that she had to go back to a ghost?
Well, I was thinking the whole time when I watched it, and even now I watch it and think, that is Whoopi Goldberg touching her like that. Think about the camera shows that it's Patrick Swayze, but he's only in her body. That's Whoopi Goldberg.
Gross. She don't love herself.
This was before Whoopi Goldberg came out, right? So,
number 4.
I'm gonna go with Poltergeist.
Good pick, sir.
And the name is misleading.
It's
misleading because we had this conversation.
Because they're not really. They're the dead.
They're dead. They don't want to leave. It was on a burial ground, and that was the whole premise of the movie. I know when I saw it as a kid, man, I was terrified.
Yeah.
I was, when he's like drinking
not
that.
want to go to your TV anymore or touch it.
Drinking that the bottle of mezcal with the worm in it, and then dude, that was just a crazy film. Like everything was it. As a child, and even now as an adult, I would see it. And I'm talking about the original, not that blasphemy that came out, that remake. Okay.
Oh yes, the original.
The original. That was a great.
It was a great film. It was an absolute great film. It's one of those films that, like you said, even though the film looks dated, it still is scary enough to stand the test of time.
Yes.
All right, so number three.
All right. I'm going to go a little outside mainstream, and I'm going to go with Ju-on the Grudge.
I flirted with putting that one in my top 5. I flirted with putting that one in my top 5.
A lot of people
I like how you went with Ju-on, and so you're going to reference the actual Japanese version over the American-made one? Okay.
Yes. Ju-on, the Japanese version was, in my opinion, was a little scarier than the American version.
It's like they do horror great.
Yes, yes, they really, and they don't use cheesy effects. They
just murder people.
But they use the suspense.
Yeah, they do use the suspense.
The suspense wisely. And that's where I think if you haven't seen it, I believe it's still on Netflix, or if not, it wasn't on Netflix now, maybe it is for the month of October. You know, they bring in.
That's what they bring all the stuff back anyway.
Yeah, so go ahead, watch Ju-on the Grudge.
All right.
And
Number 2!
That's spelled J-U-O-N, because it's Japanese. Just in case you're going to look for it.
We were wondering?
Yeah, because you're going to put it in the title line. All right?
Not J-E-W? Is that what you said? Like Jew? All right. Number 2!
The Others.
The Others!
Yes.
It's a ghost film. It is a creepy ghost film.
It's a creepy...
But I think it's one of those creepy ghost films you can only watch once.
Well, once... Yes, yes. And here's why I think this movie pulled it off really good is you never saw that coming.
No, you didn't. You did. They kept trying to give you a little bit of hints, but you didn't see it coming.
You didn't see it coming, and then you'd connect the dots.
Yeah.
You connect the dots in each, like, oh, that makes perfect sense now.
Yeah.
And the twist was there.
Yeah.
And there's only one other movie that pulled the twist off, and that's going to be my number 1.
None!
The Sixth Sense.
Good enough.
Everyone was in line to see this movie. Yeah. You could not stop talking about how well this movie pulled off the twist. This is before M. Night Shyamalan became a shtick, doing all these.
He's making a comeback, sir.
Yeah, but he was doing so many.
Split.
We don't consider The Last Airbender.
He did that one about the grandparents. That was pretty good. The Visit.
The Visit, yeah. This one, The Sixth Sense. Man, you did not see that coming at all.
No, you didn't. Absolutely didn't see it. It was like, what? Who's dead? He's dead?
Yeah. And then you watch it again, and you're like, oh, heck yeah. They never actually
talked.
Yeah.
Basically, she was, who was the girl from Ghost?
The movie Ghost? Demi Moore?
Demi Moore. It was like she was doing her Demi Moore, Patrick Swayze moment with Bruce Willis. And it was like, that's the other side. So sometimes you make clay pottery, and other times you just kind of sit there and eat alone, sadly.
Well, the thing that I hated about this movie was I went in there already knowing the ending. I was standing in line.
Somebody spoiled it for you in the damn theater.
Yeah, when they were walking out.
Oh my God! And he's dead.
He's dead. The whole time he's dead. I'm like, and every one of us in line were like, really?
That asshole did that on purpose.
Yeah. No. You can tell his shock was like, oh, I just gave it out. Like the kid was pretty shocked that he gave us the ending. We were all upset. The group of us in line. I was so
I want to see this movie now.
I'm done with you. But no, that movie, going in there, I wish I would have not known he was dead, and it would have been still. It was still a great film.
Right.
You can watch this film knowing that he's dead, and it's still a great film. I see dead people.
No, I mean the setup for it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
The others, unlike the others you watch once, if you watch it again,
it does, because you know what's happening.
Yeah.
It's like you absolutely know what's happening. I believe that, like, that's why they show The Sixth Sense on TV, because you could watch it several times.
And that's why it's still my number 1. He pulled it off as far as a ghost film, because when we were doing the list, I realized ghost films aren't necessarily scary. They can have, because it's a spirit that's trying to move on.
Right.
Okay.
I am glad that you said that. because that brings me into my top 5, and you're gonna love my top 5. Uh-oh. All right, so
Number 5.
Mama.
Okay.
I love Mama, and it originally started as a YouTube short film that Guillermo del Toro took over, made into an actual feature-length film. It is a ghost film because
it is.
At the end, we find out the thing that spoiler, whatever. So the thing
it's been out for a while.
The thing that's taking care of the kids actually died, and her baby died, and that's the reason why she was latched onto the children. And it's like the film and the feral kids, their attachment to her and her not wanting to let them go. The movie is creepy all the way through, and it was like, I love that film.
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say it was scary, but creepy.
It was very creepy. And it was like when you start to see the shadows of her in the hallway when she comes to the house to come get her kids back, or get the kids back and stuff. The only thing I didn't like is like he had a twin brother, and he didn't tell his twin brother he murdered the wife. And it was like he just dips out on his twin brother. No twin does that. No twin does that.
I don't know. If you're a twin, would you share to your other twin that you married your wife? I mean, you murdered your wife. You murdered your wife. I would hope you married your wife.
So that brings me to number 4. I also went Poltergeist.
Yeah.
The original, not the copy remake.
Not that.
The white privilege film that came out where a dude can buy a brand new house and not have a job and actually max out on his credit cards and think nothing of it. I was so mad about that.
This is before 2008, sir.
I was so mad about that. It was like, who the hell gives him a brand new house with no job and no money? How the hell did he get approved for that loan? Anyway, but the movie itself, the original film, was super, super creepy. It made you fear clowns. It made you fear trees. It made you fear old people.
It made you fear going to the restroom with the lights off.
Who goes to the restroom with the lights on?
Well, I'm just saying, when you were a kid, you just didn't, and the lights would turn on.
I need to see, sir. I don't want to make a mess.
Yeah, I need talking about the lights. When I was a kid, after seeing that movie, I had to turn on every light in the house to go take a leak. And then I wouldn't turn them off on my way back to my room. I'd just like jump into my bedroom and...
You know what I was happy about after time went by with this movie? Is that static doesn't come on TVs anymore.
That is true. You guys don't know what you're missing out with your digital television.
Yeah, when you would watch TV and then like the channel would go off the air, that's the creepiest thing in the world. Aren't we glad that TV runs 24 hours a day now? You never have to worry about seeing that, so now I never have to worry about Poltergeist.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3! And I went back and forth on this one, and I actually stole this from Art. He didn't include it on the top 5, so it's mine anyway. So, Silent Hill. And people talk about video game movies not being good. God damn it! This is a video game movie. This is a great film.
Done well, and that was listed. We talked about it. We didn't really discuss much, but we were discussing which kind of movies constitute what. Silent Hill, in my opinion, is.
The entity that was in that film lived as a girl. It became this malevolent spirit later on, and everybody in the town of Silent Hill burned and died. So even though they were trapped in the purgatory hell that they were in, they still lived at one time, and they were ghosts effectively at that time.
It still constituted a ghost.
That is a ghost film. It is done great. It's creepy, and like I said, that was one of the films where the sequel sucked. By the way, it was a great adaptation from a video game to a film. So when people do all these little things talking about there's no great video game to movie translations, this one was a good one. It did every element of the film very well. It changed the characters up a little bit, but it was still
much better than Doom.
Horror film. I still have a little bit in my heart for Doom. All right. Number 2. I also put The Sixth Sense on my list.
Yes.
I put it as number 2. Just wait till you find out what my number 1 is. Sixth Sense, I love that film. Like you said, you can rewatch it even though it has a twist ending. It was at the height of M. Night Shyamalan. It's a great film. It's almost up there where you rewatch, where it's on TV so much that it's gonna be Shawshank Redemption pretty soon. But
it's gonna be on TBS on the weekends
all the time. Just say, you know what? You haven't seen in a while? Shawshank Redemption, and you haven't seen The Sixth Sense. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna run back to back as a marathon. But I love this film. It deserves to be at number 2. It needs to be at the top of everybody's list. So my number 1, and I actually took out something else. I was gonna put as number 1 because it was a little iffy, and I was telling you I was like the character made it a demon film versus being a ghost film. But one film that is truly a ghost film, Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is in the title. Sorry, it's in the title. They battled ghosts.
Slimer?
Ghost.
Was it?
He was labeled as Ghost.
So was Casper, and you just said he was a demon.
A demon. Gozer was a demon. Everybody else, they fought a bunch of ghosts up to when they got to Gozer, and technically Slimer was a ghost. We didn't see him in his actual living form, but we didn't really get to see any of them in their living form.
Was the marshmallow?
But all of it, like the cab driver was
yes.
He was technically a zombie, but
that's a good point. It had it all: demons, zombies, ghosts, you name it.
Covered everything.
And they even had what was the marshmallow guy? What?
He was Gozer. He was still the demon.
No, yeah, he was a demon, right?
He was a demon in the marshmallow form. Don't eat marshmallows. But yeah, so I mean, they battled ghosts, and look, I love this movie to death, and it was like it'll be basically on any. We should just do a top 5 Bill Murray films. It'd be number 1 on that one too. But it's a ghost film. It's a great film. It's a great comedy. It's got horror elements. As much of a comedy as it is, back then when I was little, when I watched this film, all the ghost parts of it, when they were in the library, because the librarian was alive and died. There you go. There's your ghost. That scared the crap out of me. You know, it had eroticism with the whole scene with Ray in the bed.
So long as you don't say Poltergeist 2. Ghostbusters 2.
I have a little thing in my heart for Ghostbusters 2. He's Vigo! You were like the must flies to him. But I love Ghostbusters. It deserved to be my number 1 on my top 5 list. Honorable mentions, sir.
Honorable mentions. I'm going to keep this one short. The Orphanage.
The Orphanage is a good one.
That was a very low budget. Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro knows how to do his own properties and horror. That's what he's really good. As long as he does them in Spanish. If he does them in English, I'm not on board.
The Shining.
The Shining is a ghost film. They died. The Donna Party. They died there.
The Eye.
The Eye. Not Oculus.
Not Oculus.
The Eye.
The Eye.
Not Cat's Eye.
No. The Eye. It's a very obscure movie. You can find
the least.
Yeah. You can find a lot of really rare, random movies on Netflix if you just start just scrolling down.
Oh yeah.
And I had Amazon Prime, so I was choosing also
I've never seen this before.
Yeah, I'll try it out.
So if you have a subscription to Netflix or Amazon Prime, check out The Eye.
Yeah.
What else you got?
This was almost on my well, I was gonna say 13 Ghosts just because I really like
Ghosts in the title. Or?
I really like the effects and how they had each.
With the remake or the original one?
No, the remake.
With Rod Digger?
Yeah. I was like, you know what? The guy with the freaking saw right there and all this crap.
They did some really good makeup effects there and stuff like that.
I just said honorable mention. I'm just saying the honorable mention as far as the ghost films where it's like, man, that's kind of cool. It was because it did whoa, where did that come from?
Did you ever see the movie House?
The TV show?
No, there was an actual horror movie called House where it was the guy moves in. It was with William Catt.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Greatest American Hero.
And I have one more. This almost made it on my top 5. I really debated. White Noise.
Really?
White Noise.
Really?
And here's why.
That movie was forgettable to me. I was I watched it.
Well, Michael Keaton, but the thing about White Noise is how many of us, after seeing that that movie, did not come home and try to leave a recorder or something like that.
Hell no!
I was
Why would you? I'm okay that we have 24-hour TVs. I don't have to look at the snow on TV anymore.
It's like
Poltergeist screw me up. I don't want to listen to recordings.
I people. I know some of y'all older people left a recorder when y'all you can still leave a little.
Yeah, it was called Psycho Girlfriends. They used to do that.
Leave a recording and just leave for work and come back or leave. I was in school. I was in college at the time. I came home. I was like, oh, I wonder if there's any messages.
You're crazy, sir. Because if there had been a message on there, what would you have done?
Only one time did I hear, hey, turn around.
There's somebody behind you?
And then I replayed it. Hey, turn around. After that, I could never figure it out.
Did you turn around?
No, I'm just kidding. Hell no. I heard that. I would have freaking moved.
All right, so my honorable mentions.
Pants.
Whoa, then you got sexy time right there. My honorable mentions, I did include The Ring because she died.
Yeah.
That's Ghost film. I included Beetlejuice. They were ghosts.
Dang it! Yes,
They were ghosts.
Yes, I forgot about Beetlejuice.
This is almost in my top 5. I couldn't take out
Come for your daughter,
stuff that-
Chuck.
They were ghosts, man. And technically, we couldn't determine more or less if Beetlejuice had lived before, but
Yeah.
the rest of them were ghosts.
Yeah, but he was the main.
He was the ghostest with the mostest, as he says. The other ones I had on there were I did have The Grudge on there and Scary Movie.
You know what? I can see Scary Movie on there because of the cult following, of how corny it was. Like, it was one of the first.
I didn't put Scary Movie on there for
spoofs.
Ghostface.
It was one of the first spoofs that just did it so well. Like, the execution on this, like where they were doing the beauty pageant and the contestant and she had pubic hair braided.
So gross. That's so gross.
Do I look gay in this? How about now?
That's so stupid. Like I said, I included it because I know you're gonna. It's like, well, that's more of a slasher film, sir, and not a ghost film. But it had a ghost in it. His name was Ghostface.
Scary Movie.
All right, so
Scary Movie 2 had a ghost.
Oh, because they were doing more of the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
They were doing that stuff. Or was that Scary Movie 3 that did more of the Haunted Mansion?
Oh, that's Scary Movie 2 is where the ghost goes and takes
Oh God, we're not reliving scary movies here. It's like, so make sure you guys put your top 5, put your top 5 list in the comments below. Art, take us home.
Well, guys, don't forget, tell us what your top 5 are. If you agree, disagree, let us know. That's, like I said, each one of us has our very own personal list of what we like or what we don't like in a ghost film.
Yes. Make sure no demons, only ghosts.
Only ghosts.
Paranormal Activity does not count.
That even as Annabelle doesn't count.
That's a demon. Casper doesn't count. That is a demon.
Pinocchio.
That is a demon.
Read that to your kids now with that in mind.
So, for many at home who bailed on us again and Aspen who never shows up anyway, I'm Terrence.
I'm Art.
You guys take care. No, because they had to hide that it was Matt Damon doing the fight scene.
You fight Matt Damon and then tell me who wins.
Well, yeah, I'll do this. While he swings.
We'll edit that out.
Keep going. Keep going.